everyone, Whitney Morrison here. Welcome to the Holistic Money channel. Since it is Labor Day and there are a lot of sales going on right now and a lot of opportunities to spend money on things that you may not need, I thought it'd be a great time to put out a video on overspending and debt. This video is going to be different than most of the debt payoff videos that you've watched in the past. I'm not going to talk with you about the debt snowball method. I'm not going to talk with you about the debt avalanche method. Instead, I'm going to talk with you about the psychology of overspending and the psychology of debt. And by the end of this video, you're going to have a clear sense on how to change your relationship with money so you can not only get out of debt and stop overspending, but also maintain this relationship with money throughout your life. The topic of debt and overspending is very personal for me. I have been a financial planner for a little over 12 years now, but I have only been out of credit card debt for the past 3 years. And this was always such a point of shame for me as a financial planner because I was helping people with their personal finances, but I didn't have my own house in order. So I decided to get serious about my debt and my personal finances about 3 years ago and have since made a lot of different changes with the way that I relate to money and think about money, and am now debt-free except for my mortgages. So one thing that I found very interesting is that since I have accumulated more money, and notice that I'm using the word accumulated, not earned, because it's not just earning more money that will help you stop overspending. It is actually having more money. So having money in your bank accounts, having more assets, that is what will help you stop overspending. And I have noticed since I have been able to build up my net worth, I am much less likely to spend my money on stuff. And it's very interesting to think about. It's like when I didn't have money, I didn't have as much trouble actually spending money and buying stuff. Now that I do have money and have assets, it is much more difficult for me to buy stuff. And I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the psychology of money and the way that you can shift your relationship with money for you to be able to love having money more than you actually love having stuff. The first thing that you want to do as an overspender is to identify yourself as an overspender. And unfortunately, there isn't a definition that will clearly tell you, yes, you're an overspender, or no, you are not an overspender. So the way to identify whether you're an overspender is to tap into the highest, most objective version of yourself and ask yourself, would you like to be spending less money? And if the answer to that question is yes, then you are an overspender. It doesn't have anything to do with the amount of money that you make. It doesn't have anything to do with the amount of debt that you have. It has to do with your desire to spend less money because you know deep down inside of you that you are spending money on things that you do not need. Another great indication of an overspender is if you have more stuff than you have money. So look around your house and look at all the things that you have, and then look at your bank accounts. If you have a negative net worth or a very low net worth, but you have a lot of things, then that is a strong indication that you are an overspender. So if you do identify as an overspender, what can you actually do about it? So the key to stop overspending is to learn how to value having money more than you value actually having stuff. And what do I mean when I say having money? So having money doesn't mean learn how to earn more money. Having money means learn how to have more money in your bank accounts without you actually spending it. So many of us have income coming in and then immediately have income going out on all of the things that it is that you want to buy. And the reason why is because you haven't developed a capacity to actually have money. And in order to develop a capacity to actually have money, you have to learn to be with money. So if I were to come to you tomorrow with $1 million and if I were to give it to you, would you have the ability to just put that money in your savings accounts and just sit and be with that money for 1 year? Or would you take that $1 million and immediately have all the places that you know that you want to spend it? So in order for you to be able to stop overspending on things, you have to love actually having money in your bank accounts and develop that relationship with money and actually see the value in just having money. You have to see value in just having money. And a great exercise to actually see that value in just having money is to close your eyes. And I want you to imagine yourself logging into your bank accounts. And when you log into your bank accounts, I want you to imagine that your emergency fund is full. So imagine whatever your emergency fund goal is. It can be different for everyone, but just imagine that it's full. And then imagine your bank account numbers rising. So your savings account goals rising over time as you continue to put money in. And then I want you to connect with the way that that makes you feel. The way that it feels to actually have money in your bank account. If you're feeling a sense of excitement or relief or safety, then you are experiencing what most people feel when they actually have money in their bank accounts, which is something that you're probably not used to feeling, which is why you haven't developed a strong relationship and value to having money. When you find yourself daydreaming about buying things, stop your brain, manage your mind, and begin to think about having money. Think about your accounts growing. And that's going to help you start to tap into the feeling and the respect and the value that you can put behind actually having money. And this is tricking your brain. And this will begin to help you stop spending so much money on stuff and start valuing your money. Now, this doesn't mean you just never want to buy anything again. It just means that you want to make sure that the things that you buy actually provide real value and real return for you over the long run. So a great exercise is to walk around your house and get familiar with the stuff that you already have and ask yourself with the stuff that you already have, would you rather have the money or would you rather have the stuff? And this can help you train your brain to ask that same question when you're presented with a new purchase that you're considering to buy. And all of these steps, this getting comfortable with having money, starting to ask yourself, do I value the money more than I value the stuff? This will begin to help you stop overspending money on just things and start getting more comfortable with actually having money. And make sure you make this a fun process because we want to create excitement and fun for our brain, which is why we're going to do the bank account visualization exercise. So enough with the shaming. We're not going to shame ourselves about buying things that we don't need. We are just going to start to redirect our time and our attention and our serotonin on the fact that our bank accounts are growing instead of our material possessions are growing. And this is a perspective shift because we are taught in America that the way that we judge financial success is through looking at all of the things that people own. So we are conditioned to be excited and think that financial success equals material possessions, but that is not the mindset of the wealthy. So financial success does not equal material possessions. Financial success equals having money in your bank accounts. And if you need to go write that down and put it on your mirror or have that as an affirmation, that is a great affirmation to give yourself, especially as an overspender. So I hope everyone gets through this Labor Day weekend without overspending on any stuff that they don't need and start to learn to value having money in your bank accounts. And I promise you, this is what's gonna help you stop spending money, get out of debt, and create a healthy relationship with money in the long run. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching today. Once again, my name is Whitney Morrison. I put out new videos every Monday. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next week.